So what does life look like now? I know you've got a team, and tell me about the number of rehabs that you're doing because
Yeah,
guys,
so
this
we're,
is crazy.
so we're doing probably anywhere from 20 to 25 deals a month right now, and a mix of wholesaling and flipping. So we're flipping about 15, 20 at a time.
Hmm.
Um, and so I just did our listings meeting. We've got 10 on the market, another 8 that are coming in the next week or two, a bunch in construction. And then we'll keep some as rentals. We got 110 units or so. I've got 10 to 11 people on staff
Hmm.
between our wholesaling company, flipping company, rental. I manage my
Okay.
rentals in house too. And
Yeah.
then we've got our education brand. So kind of across the board.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a lot of fun growing it. It's had turtles. It's got its ups and downs, but it's
Hmm.
been extremely fun.
Yeah. But you're just there in Columbus, or you're
Yes, sir.
working in multiple markets.
Only in Columbus, Ohio for our real
Hmm.
estate.
Yeah, I like that. I've done both. I was here in Chattanooga, and then we went wider, and then we contracted right back.
Yeah.
And I think it's how many people in Columbus? What's the population?
The
You got to be
metro,
bigger than
it's
us.
it's pretty big. It's like at least 1 million people downtown.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So
It's
you
big.
can do that. We're
Yeah.
only at like 280. Like
Okay.
we're not that big, and that was ultimately the reason why we started going into other markets. Um, how on earth do you handle that many rehabs at one time?
um, good systems, good
Yeah.
people, and yeah, I mean, good systems and people is really all it is. And then like making sure you have, to me, what I've learned over time is making sure your front end is like your pre-construction is super dialed in.
Hmm.
So you're really our scopes of work are super dialed in now, and we buy all the materials. So before we start a rehab, everything is on paper. We
Yeah.
have a material list, so we know pretty much within 5 grand typically what we're going to spend.
Hmm.
And then I've got 4 crews that work only for me,
Yeah.
and they've got I wouldn't call them GCs, but they're small. They have maybe 5 or 6 people. They can do maybe 2 or 3 rehabs at a time
Well,
from drywall in.
really?
So I'll sub everything out. I'm buying a full rehab, a 250 grand rehab here next week, and I'll sub roof, siding, windows, plumbing, electric, drywall, and then I'll
Hmm.
put one of those crews on it to do flooring, trim, doors, cabinets, paint,
Yeah.
and get it done. And then those hopefully that takes 3 weeks or so, and they just kind of do this and go around to projects doing that.
Wow. So did you have to go out and get licensed as a contractor to do all this?
I'm not licensed as a contractor, honestly.
Yeah. And are they really strict up there with permitting and things?
They can be. I will have one of my buddies.
Hmm.
He's a GC. I'll pay him to pull permits for me, and I'll do it under
Yeah.
his name for
Hmm.
that stuff. Eventually, I'll probably get my license, but as of right now, that works, and it's
Hmm.
been very easy to kind of just hand to them.
Yeah. They have down here. We can go to the community college and get a. There's a term for it, but it's a license to do 1 to 4 units. Like you
Oh,
can't
that's
build a
cool.
high rise or anything like that. But it's a night class at the community college.
Nice,
Yeah, and then you've got your license, and then you're ready to go.
nice.
Um, so each of these teams, they sort of just manage the deal on their own, or do you have somebody kind of between you and the teams that's
Yeah.
running around doing this?
Yeah, I've got 2 PMs. So I've
Mhm.
got 2 project managers, one senior one that's been with me for probably a little over a year, and then one that
Yeah.
just started. And then
Oh.
I usually have 1 or 2 interns. So that's a
Oh,
good thing
really?
about social media and being around town hosting networking events. People are always asking you how they can add value. So we
Yeah.
always have some sort of college, probably usually college age
Yeah.
person in running materials,
Hmm.
checking in, taking pictures. We use company cam. So
Hmm.
taking pictures of these projects, making sure that things are going. So that mixed with spreadsheets on Google and then trackers that we have, I can
Hmm.
really manage these projects from wherever in the world, and I
Really?
don't have to go to the projects ever.
Hmm.
I really only go to them to shoot content at this point.
That's all I do for mine too, with the
Yeah,
rentals. And when I've got 4 or 5 rentals under construction, it's great. When I
yeah,
have nothing, and my video guy's like, "Hey, we need to go shoot," I'm like, "I got nowhere to take you, man. I can't,
yeah.
people live in these places. I can't take you over there to do it."